and tonight I'm going to show you how to make beef and pulled pork Mexican lasagna. Really? That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? I can't wait to eat it. Okay, let's get started. Right now I have about a ½ pound of lean ground beef, okay? On my stove top I have 2 frying pans. I have one really large one. It's on medium-high heat. This one is on medium-high heat as well. It's a little bit smaller. You can use the same size, whatever. So the one pan is going to do the ground beef. The other pan is going to do the green peppers. Got me? Okay, it's really simple. My pulled pork is already made, okay? So I just have it shredded and it's ready to go, and I'm going to use as much as necessary. I don't know how much yet. We'll see. Okay, so into my preheated pan goes the ground beef. Okay, awesome. All right. Grab yourself a spatula. And you're also going to want to season this stuff up, okay? So you're going to want to put some pepper and some chili pepper I'm putting in. These are really cool spice mills I just got from Drogeria. And you can buy them at qualifirst.com online, Qualifirst Foods. These are really heavy-duty grinders. They do a great job of grinding up even the hardest spices that they send you in these. And super fresh and tasty and beautiful. This chili though, make sure you're only using a little tiny bit, because when you grind this up fresh like that, it is so hot. Be very careful, okay? All right. In that pan, I also had 1 tablespoon of peanut oil that I started with. Now you could use olive oil, canola oil, whatever you want. I had peanut. Peanut oil is often used in Mexican cuisine, so I rolled with it. All right, so my ground beef is moving along. Here it goes. Just keep moving it around. You're going to want little tiny chunks. You know how to do it. And then when you're done browning it up, you're going to brown it all up. Then you're going to drain all the fat off, and you're going to see me come back with you. But right now I'm going to slice up this green pepper into nice long strips, kind of like fajita strips would be. I'm going to use this whole green pepper, in fact. Now, the lasagna pan that I'm using a 13x9 baking dish. And I'm just going to spray, real cooking, guys. I'm going to spray the bottom with a non-stick spray just to make sure. I'm putting like cheese and all kinds of stuff in here, right? Okay. My oven, by the way, is preheating to 350 degrees, where you're going to finish this lasagna in the oven, okay? All right, so I've got my super sharp knife. If you guys haven't seen my knives yet, you would love them too. They're Mercer Renaissance knives. I got them from ProChefGearPlus.com. They have all kinds of cool chef gear and etc. that you would probably be very interested in looking at and seeing if you're a chef at home. These are high quality German stainless steel. Really heavy duty, super sharp. Make sure you're being very careful with your sharp knives. When you're chopping, please use a sharp knife, because the more dull your knife is, the more likelihood you have of hurting yourself. And the reason why is because you have to put so much more force and pressure behind that knife to cut something, because it's just not sharp. And then what happens? You slip and you slice yourself, which is not cool. Now with a sharp knife, see how I'm going? I'm not nearly as scared. I know it's very sharp and I want to be super careful when I'm doing this. But I'm not nearly as scared, because it grabs the food where it's supposed to grab it, and it just slices right through where I put it. As opposed to when I use a very dull knife, that sucker just, it's like you pushing through and it's not working. All right, so into my frying pan goes these long strips of green peppers, and they're gonna just soften up. I don't want a hard chunk of green pepper inside of my lasagna. I want a nice soft green pepper. All right. Also, now, you may use salsa if you want to in this recipe as some of the sauce, right? But some people, that you cook for might not like onions, they might not like garlic, they may not like everything that's in that salsa, right? So your option is there, either salsa, you can do that, or you can just chop up fresh tomatoes, and that's what I'm doing tonight. Okay, so you can just slice up your tomato. I'm just going to dice it, okay? Oh, when you go over to ProChefGearPlus.com, make sure that if you bought something, make sure you use the discount code Kimberly, Kimberly, and you'll get 15% off your order of $50 or more. How cool is that, right? I know, that's pretty cool. Anyhow, they don't just have knives, they have all kinds of nice stuff. All right. here we go. Sorry, we're just chatting while I'm chopping. I should have probably done this beforehand, but hey, at least you get to see exactly what's going down and how I handle it. So I'm just slicing the tomatoes, chopping them into slices, into strips, and then I'm going back the other way, slicing them into dice. Alright, so I finished dicing up my tomatoes. That's 2 like medium-sized tomatoes. I wouldn't call them large, I would call them medium. I'm also going to finish seasoning this meat and and my green peppers. The green peppers need some salt and pepper. And just a tiny bit of that chili. Tiny, like 1/2 a revolution of the grinder. Alright, and I'm also going to put a bunch, not a bunch, but let's say 1/2 teaspoon to 3/4 of a teaspoon of ancho chili powder. Now this is from Royal Command. I didn't get any of these things at my grocer. I had to go online, go to koalafirst.com and order those. And just stir all of your nice spices in. I'm also going to put in some cumin. The cumin's going in, a couple dashes. There we go. Beautiful. Let that go. Now, if you see that your spices aren't mixing in properly, wait until you finish totally browning your meat and getting any fat off of it, the excess fat that you don't need. And that way, you will be able to add like 1/2 cup of liquid water or tea or something like that. Stir it in, make sure everything's nice, evenly dispersed if it's bothering you. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So keep stirring these. You want them to be nice and soft, okay? Those green peppers. Now I have about 1 cup of corn, of whole kernel corn. That's like, looks like 2.5 cups of cheese, Tex-Mex type cheese. I have some the shredded pork. Okay, I'm gonna move this tomatoes off to the side for a moment. All right. So, what I'm using for the bottom of this Mexican lasagna are these amazing tostadas. If you've never had tostadas, then you're missing out. They're like an open-faced taco that's flat. So you put it like that, you put all your toppings on top, and you eat it like a pizza kind of. And if you haven't had them, they're awesome. But they're very versatile. You can also use them for such purposes as these. So I'm just going to line the bottom of this with 6 of these shells for right now. And then try and use your like weird shaped ones for the bottom if you want, so you don't really see them, right? So that's done there. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to put that ground beef on that bottom layer. Actually, I lie. I'm going to put this pork on the bottom layer just for time purposes. So grab your pork and you're just going to scatter it on top just like you would if you were making other lasagna. There we go, all over that bottom. I even have pulled pork for sandwiches. Check that out still. Cool. Alright, so there's your layer of meat. Now, you're also going to put a nice little layer of cheese. Sprinkling of cheese. I'm not putting a whole bunch of sauce because I don't think it's necessary to waste all my calories on some creamy sauce for this. Seriously. You can. I mean, I'm not saying it's not going to be awesome and tasty and delicious and all that good stuff, but I don't need all those calories. I really don't. It's unnecessary. And now I'm just sprinkling on those pieces of corn. I'm also going to sprinkle on some of these tomatoes evenly. The tomatoes are going to give you some nice sauce, okay? So if you're looking like you don't have enough juices in there, which I look like I don't, I'm going to use some canned tomato and I'm just going to squeeze it on top, squish them on top. So sit tight. Okay, I'm back. Now, yeah, I'm going to use some of these just to get a little bit more liquid in here. And just go on and put it over evenly, nice and evenly. This looks beautiful. Now, you can also be even more creative and you can go ahead and put like black beans in here, or pinto beans or kidney beans if you want to. You can also saute up some onions. You can saute up mushrooms if you want. You can grill the corn and then chop it off the cob. That'd be stellar. Okay. So these green peppers are looking pretty good. They still have a little while to go. Alright. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another layer with the green peppers and the ground beef. I did put some liquid in there because it's very lean, right? Very lean meat. And there's not a lot of liquid and not a lot of fat to, you know, go around. So I had to add a little bit of liquid just to make sure that everything is happy and everything's melting together properly. Okay, so I'm going to put a whole nother layer of these amazing chalupas. Just line them up. Easy peasy. Doesn't even matter if they're broken, honestly. Just throw them in. Just half of one here. Okay. So, next. The next thing is going to be this beef and this green peppers. Into this baking dish is going to go this ground beef. Sprinkled all on top, all lovely and beautiful. Evenly. Beautiful. All right, so just be even. This is lasagna. It's going to be messy anyway. Don't worry about being too messy. And I'm even putting some of that liquid in. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Next thing that goes in this layer is the green peppers. This smells awesome, I gotta say. Okay, these peppers are done and ready. They're a little bit looking wilted and a little bit darker, right? All right, so onto the top they go. Just make sure that you're evenly distributing them again all over the top even. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is super fast and easy once you get going. So, there we go. Spread them out. Next, we're going to put another layer of some corn. Lovely. And some more of these tomatoes. It's fresh tomatoes. Love it. All your favorite stuff. Now, if you had cilantro, go ahead. I just don't have any. I wish I did. That'd be fabulous. You can use parsley as well if you want. Okay, hold on. I gotta wash my hands. All right. That looks like a holiday right there. I'll tell you what, in a bowl. Okay, now I'm gonna put more cheese on. Not all of it. You're gonna put like a third more of the cheese on. And then you want to top it all with those chalupas again and some more cheese. You got me. I could have used a bigger baking dish. Who knew? Look at this. This is fantastic. I guess I shouldn't use all that. There we go. Just finished telling you not to use it all, and here I did. I did it. Okay, next is the chalupas on top again. Sorry, the tostadas. I keep saying chalupas. It's Chara's. That's why it's Chara's brand. And every time I look at the bag, I think chalupas. Okay, so we're going to go like this. Line them up. You always have a bunch of little tostada crumbs or ones that are broken in the bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crumple those and I'm going to put them on top where that cheese is going. Beautiful. And that's going to make a nice topping. So, all right. Rest of the cheese on top. Now, if you want to put hot sauce, go ahead. But I figure everyone can do that on their own later. So, whatever. And just top that off. With the remaining cheese, put more if you want to. I might have to do some more. I think I'm going to. But you don't have to see that. So, that's what I'm doing. And then I had this. All my little crumblies that are going to get crumbled on. Even more. So I'm just kind of putting a little extra on top just for fun. And that's it. Now, they're going to go, this is going to go into my oven when I put more cheese on. Going to go into my oven at 350 for 30 minutes. Simple stuff. Make sure that the cheese is not like boiling over or it's not melting all over the place or like browning or too much. Got me? So I would check it in about 15 minutes just to make sure all is well in the neighborhood. And then you'll see what's going on in just a little while. All right, everybody, here it is. It looks awesome. It's all smells delicious. The cheese is all melted and golden brown on the top. Look at that. You want some of this. I know you do, because I do. You want it bad right now. All right. Bring that back. All right. Let's serve some of this up. Let's see what this looks like. It smells awesome. Alright, hopefully this all stays together okay. Alright, here we go. We'll do it from the side. There we go. Beautiful. Look at all those Southwest flavors. I can't wait to try this. I'm going to try this for you guys. Here we go. Ready? You can't even see it. Let me show you. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay. You could even put rice in here. That would be a nice touch as well. You could put some rice all sprinkled in. Cooked rice. I think I'm going to have to put some hot sauce on this because I like things really spicy. Super hot. Careful. You want this. You want this in your life. That's delicious. I'm not mad at this at all. Try this Mexican lasagna. It's easy, it's simple, it's, you know, quick, pretty inexpensive. It feeds a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? 30 minutes. Like, I guess it was like, I don't know, 10 minutes prep and stuff. And then 30 minutes in the oven. You don't have to even sit there and watch it. It was perfectly done in 30 minutes. I covered it up halfway through with a piece of aluminum foil. I sprayed it with some nonstick spray so that it didn't get stuck to the cheese. Perfect. Anyways, I'm not mad at this. I hope you guys try this out. Try this. It's ground beef and pulled pork Mexican lasagna. It's delicious. Anyways, follow me on Cooking with Kimberly, or follow me on Twitter at Cooking with Kimberly E with a capital E. I hope you like the fan page. It's facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. All my shows are on youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly, and my site is cookingwithkimberly.com. And this is really good. So, eat deliciously and be a champion in your kitchen. Bye.